Okay, cool. I actually found out to heighten how to heighten the quality. So this is kind of sick. Yeah. All right. First off, good morning, good evening, good night, whatever time you are watching this video. It is currently Sunday, July 2nd, 2023. Right now it is 12:48 p.m. I wouldn't say just woken up. I've been up for a little bit, but just kind of getting organized. I'm still adding to it, but I got my calendar. My handwriting's kind of bad. Excuse me. Um, yeah. So I just been kind of doing that, getting the stuff together while I'm not at work, obviously, because I'm still kind of sick. I don't need the mask anymore. I'm fine with that. Just you know. Yeah. So, anyways, second off, if your day is just starting, I hope you have a great day. If you're in the middle of your day, I hope you are having a great day. And if you are coming towards the end of your day that has not been so great, do something to make it great because you still got time. You can still make a difference, and you can just be better. Don't let the day defeat you. And yeah, kind of bouncing off that, not letting the day defeat you. I want to emphasize today's word of the day is brought to you by a dilemma that I was presented with yesterday. Deciding what I wanted to do with myself and how I wanted to execute it. Being at home this whole time, I really have time to just do things freely, but that's also up to me to decide what I want to do with that time and how valuable I want that time to be. And that word of the day is you are going to suffer. Now, that naturally kind of just sounds bad. Suffering is usually not something you want to go through. Suffering is just a thing that kind of just sounds negative, which naturally is kind of negative in many cases. Suffering is not pleasurable. It's like when you experience something of displeasure, of high displeasure, and it's almost like you have to go through it. However, what I want that to convey today, or what I want today's word of the day to most convey, is the concept behind that suffering, or just more so you deciding what that suffering is going to be. Kind of bouncing back to choices, like we've talked about before. You have a choice on not even whether you're going to suffer or not, on how you're going to suffer. It's not the question of if you are going to, but how you're going to. Because naturally throughout life, we are going to suffer no matter what. And more so highlighting whether you want to suffer through disappointment or discipline. Now, those are two very different, there are two very different words that have two very different meanings. However, they both kind of dial down to suffering. And that choice of deciding between the meanings is up to you. Let's just start off with the negative more so we can go to positive. If you would wish to suffer with disappointment, what that means to me, or what I believe that means, is you wish to live a life passively. You wish to live a life inactively and are not actively going through what you must to get to where you want to be at life. My voice kind of cracked. Sorry, still kind of sick. You are not doing enough in the sense of being where you must be in life or where you desire to be in life. And that is not something you should continue to stay within. I'm not saying you're always going to be able to avoid it, because obviously life happens to us. We have our downfalls. We have those little troughs, and that's going to happen. However, staying in those moments and deciding to not do something about it and continue to live in suffering, disappointment, will only continue that cycle, will only allow that cycle to grow and keep going and moving forward. And that is the biggest thing that kind of scares me, at least as someone that aspires to have something, and which I hope it kind of scares you guys too, of just being disappointed. You have a lot to live for, you have a lot to go for in life, and there's so much this world has to offer to you. And for you to continue to live in disappointment, it's not something that is valuable or desirable in this life. Like we've talked about before, in terms of just being disciplined, not even disciplined, just making decisions and having choices for yourself. The choice is yours. You decide really how you want to start your day. You decide how you want to be active in your day. You decide whether you will continue to let the day take you by or pass you by, or take action and seize the day. Being sick at home recently, it's kind of presented that option to me continuously. It's like I can continue to lay around and mope around and be on my phone the whole time, or I can at least try to do something. I can give the excuse of, oh, I'm sick, I shouldn't really be doing much, or I can at least sit up and be, okay, maybe I should read, maybe I should be better, maybe I should do something for myself. And that is something that is constantly arising within all of us. It doesn't have to be with that same exact example, but that is a constant thing that happens. We have the choice we don't have the choice on whether we suffer or not, but we have the choice on whether we decide to make use of our time or kind of feel like we wasted our time, and then continue to be disappointed with that waste when we realize the results are also waste. And just to change that over on the other side of, or the other end of discipline, if we were to discipline ourselves, discipline is such a big word that is coming up constantly within my life. And that is something I really want to highlight to you guys today. The concept of discipline. Discipline is not something that is really desirable either. You're going to suffer while you discipline, because discipline is doing things even when you do not want to do them, doing things even when you do not feel like doing them. The whole point of discipline is to develop not only on the outside aspect of what you do, like in terms of your goals, but also internally, mentally. It's a fortitude thing. It's a mindset. Having a disciplined mindset gets you much further than having a disappointed mindset or disappointing mindset. Just in general, when we continue through our days and continue to develop these habits and continue to do something that is, desirable in terms of our goals, it kind of becomes harder as the days pass on, and that's where discipline kind of kicks in. A big example, let's just say going to the gym. The first few weeks, the first month or so even, you'll go constantly and it feels fun and it continues to be pleasurable. However, when life comes in the way and it almost feels like you have to schedule around it or you must put more effort into doing it, it almost defeats you. It takes some suffering. It takes some time. It takes some willpower to continue to get up and go to the gym. And in that same sense, that is where the discipline kind of comes in. And that's where the suffering comes in. It's not easy to be disciplined. It's one of the hardest things we can do in this life. And that is something that I really struggle with as well, just being disciplined with myself, because it's doing something that we do not want to do. But at the end of the day, if we do really want to be somewhere, if we do really desire to be at a certain point, if we do truly desire to be better as people, as an individual, as whatever you want to call it, you must be disciplined. And in that same sense, suffering is going to happen. You're going to sacrifice a lot of things to stay disciplined, and you're going to have to sacrifice certain things to get to where you want to be. But as I said, you have two options. You're going to either suffer in disappointment since you are not where you want to be, or you're going to have to suffer through discipline and continue to get to where you want to be. The choice continues to be yours. While suffering is not a choice, how we suffer is going to be the choice. And in many cases, we must choose the much more optimal option for our lives to be better, for us to be better, for everything that we desire or just wish to have in this life that is valuable. To attain it, it requires suffering, or just suffering through discipline more so. And that is something I really want to emphasize to you guys, and I really want you guys to hold on to and tell yourselves to do. To not suffer through disappointment, but rather suffer through discipline. Discipline takes us much further, takes us close, or just makes us get closer to where we desire to be. And it is a large feat to accomplish, at least to do it to a constant extent. However, you do not know unless you try. You do not know until you start. And it could just be simple by just starting to make good habits, starting with a small good habit, continue to add those habits, and you soon develop a disciplined lifestyle. A disciplined habit becomes a disciplined day, then a disciplined week, a disciplined month, and then just it becomes who you are. So what I want you to most take away from this video is, while suffering is going to happen, we must decide how we want to suffer. It kind of sounds blunt or grim to an extent. However, it is truthfully and honestly the best answer, or the best, question we should constantly ask ourselves. How are we going to suffer? And go from there. Understand that, accept that, and live by that. That is all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I appreciate all of you that have watched all the way through. I love you. God bless all of you that continue to watch all the way through. And I lost a subscriber. When I find out who you are, which you're not even watching this video, why? Why did you do that? Well, no, I can't expect everybody to, take it in or understand me, see me. And it kind of at first it kind of threw me off. And it's still kind of weird to process that, just because I've only really experienced the positives of the channel so far, just because of how little it's been. but it's made me appreciate all of those that watch it now. And if you are watching up to this point, I really do truly appreciate you, your support, your viewing the video, just even following me, just liking the video, anything that is going towards supporting me and my purpose. I greatly appreciate you doing. If you feel like someone will take something from this video, or if you feel like this video has helped you, please give me feedback or please share it with somebody. I greatly appreciate that, and I will, continue to praise you guys for giving me this position. That also, that one loss also taught me the importance of discipline as well, because it's like either I suffer from disappointment of, losing, or I suffer from discipline. And that means, continuing to put these videos out and telling myself to do it even when I don't feel like doing certain things, Because at the end of the day, my purpose is to make the world a better place. And if I lacklusterly do that, then I'm only going to get a lackluster result. So expect more coming soon. I must talk to people. I got green on my thumb from the board. Sorry. Yeah. That's all I got for you guys today, though. I'm so sorry this video got way too long. I thank y'all. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. God bless all of you guys, especially you that have watched all the way to this point. I love you so much. Thank you. Take care of yourself. Be yourself. Love yourself. And do the best you can do today. And AD is out.